how do you make that transition? Like, you really don't, bro. Like what you're gonna have, a burnt orange, Longhorn NFL team? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's gonna be. Like, the Longhorns are not just gonna allow anybody to just move in and, take over their fan base.
Big facts, big facts, big facts. This is big facts, big facts.
It's your boy Big Mike, too big for 1G. We in the building, man. Big facts.
Big facts,
Big
man.
facts. BTP the Realist, man. It's your host and the other host.
Your two hosts with the most, you know what I'm saying?
Two hosts with the most and try not to do the most. You know what I'm saying? We good. It's good to be back. It's a hot ass summer in Texas right now.
Man, hot than a motherfucker. And it's that humid shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the shit that immediately is going to make it melt and swelter. Immediately.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of rain lately, dog. That's just been out of nowhere. And
so much crazy shit. I heard even South by had hell during the actual event of it. Yeah. Like, there was hell that happened during South by, and we was getting it. I was outside coming through with the office one time. I looked up, I was like, man, we getting a little hell. I know Austin getting some hell, and I know people out there walking around middle of the day. I think that was St. Patty's Day. I think that's what it was. It was like one of them days. Mm-hmm.
Hit the head with pebbles. It's
still go hard. Still go hard.
Like, it's crazy. Yeah, it's a little ATX lifestyle. You know what I mean?
You know why?
Because ain't no party like an ATX party, because the ATX party don't stop.
Man, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Nah, real shit. Hey, man, I tell y'all, first and foremost is my man. I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with that shit, man. Like, real talk. That shit's been going live with it. We still got a lot of things coming through. I'll tell you like this. If you want to get involved, Big Facts, BIGG, BIGG, FACCZ, FACCZ at gmail.com. I'll throw information out there. Email us, man, if you want to get involved on the type of visual. We're going to be doing some outreach, some engagement, and we're going to be reaching out and chopping it up with y'all. And, hey, man, if you want to be a part of a little something, come around with the Big Facts Productions, y'all let us know. We got a little visual, a little thing coming up with, little cameos or whatever the case. Let's talk about it. Let's chop it up, and we can go ahead and get some things rolling with that, because there's a lot of things rolling with it. We got a lot of movement throughout the city of people holding it down, doing shit, whether if it's in the city, outside the city, whether if they fucking throwing different festivals or parties or whatever the case may be. The shit rolling in Austin, and the shit's cool to see, man. The shit's really fucking dope. And I know out here in SA, the shit's been wilding as fuck. I know the shit's crazy. The Spurs, the pinche puro Spurs, we out here in the motherfucking finals, and we down by 2 as of the day we're recording this. And hopefully when I drop this motherfucker, we maybe will win, or we almost about to win. But the shit's been crazy. It's been like win VP and all the crazy shit in between. Got Castle and everybody else wilding out. Youngster Harper wilding out. And the whole city's going crazy. The whole city. There's all this traffic. People that were against, different government projects regarding the Spurs are now all for the Spurs, because they like it when you're winning. And, the thing is, it's crazy, man. And it kind of brought me reminiscent back to when, I was out there as a youngster, and we was in the Rose Bowl, and this was when we had Vince at quarterback. And, everybody was, for each play near the end of that game, we would come out and say, oh shit, the defense just made a stop. Like, oh shit, like we catch a breather.
You was speaking about what, UT, right?
Yeah, way back when the game was won. UT Austin, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, Texas Longhorns football program around this. And, I know, my bad. I tell you, but real shit. And they won, and the whole city would go off, and everybody would go out, and you get that same vibe with San Antonio, and I just think about, like, it's just so two distinct things, right? with the Spurs in San Antonio and then UT Austin and Austin. And then there was always a bit of conversation of if one may move to the other, right? When people were talking about the Spurs and the Austin and stuff. And, we were talking about it, and you said something a while back one time. I don't think it was on the cast or nothing, but my boy Big Mike was talking about, I don't really think that would ever happen. Because of what Austin is. You want to chop that up a little bit more about, because the way you said it made like it'll give those that are like, oh no, the Spurs, or either way, like real shit.
Right. I'm not the biggest fan of the Spurs, but I enjoy the team. Like they always got some kind of legacy hanging over their heads. You know what I'm saying? Almost like LA or Boston or Detroit or New York Knicks. Like it's the same kind of legacy that hangs over their heads because there's so many championships in that Tim Duncan era, David Robinson, which would be great if they moved to Austin. It would be nice to have a pro team, whether it be, i.e. NFL or NBA. But because we live in a very good old boy city, as much as y'all like to think it's not, it is. And it is a college town. College city. And it's a major capital city. And it's world renowned. And UT is quote unquote, big, huge air quotes, world renowned. And I say huge air quotes because, Boomer Sooner, baby. And but we can't argue with the fact that they are known around the world. And Austin is known for UT, and it's known for its college functions. So it's a college town, man. And it's going to be hard for an actual professional, American League team to really move into here and be able to establish themselves. It's going to be tough. The fan base is 100% UT. We've already known the Spurs to be SA, Countdown City, San Antonio forever. You know what I mean? So it'll be a tough transition all of a sudden say the Austin Spurs.
Right. Which is something I think already exists at the what is it, the G League or something like that?
G League, the D League,
the D or G League or something. Yeah.
They definitely have a Austin Spurs. And it just doesn't roll off the fucking tongue.
It don't. And it's so different, right?
It's very different, but that could be just because we're from Texas. You know what I mean? It's so unfamiliar for us. Like in your whole lifetime, my whole lifetime, that's all we've known. You know what I'm saying? So is the San Antonio Spurs. So when they come here, and if or when that happens, that would be such a crazy ass transition. I think Austin would be better served to just create an actual Austin team instead of migrating a team here. If you migrate a team here, boy, you're going to be in trouble.
Right. And that's something, that's of interesting conversation. Because when you think about San Antonio, for those that are outside, it's always important to talk about Central Texas because of just the politics and the economies of everything. It's going to be one big thing. And it's important to see what one neighboring city does in another because it's important to see the contrasts and differences, right? Here in San Antonio, we have the Spurs, right? And of course, world-renowned international, that's the big brand. They want to keep them here. But what they also have is they have San Antonio soccer team, just like how Austin does, right? So they have that San Antonio soccer team.
But San Antonio's had a soccer team forever.
Yeah, it was been there for a minute, so they got that.
5 minutes. But Austin just got theirs.
Right. And that's
a very fresh team.
A very fresh team. And when you think about the other teams in San Antonio, you had the Spring Football League, what was it, the XFL, Wade Phillips was coaching that team, was called the Brahmas, right? So they were like back-to-back champions. Even though they won back-to-back champions, they still couldn't hold the team there as it went into the Spring Football League. They got rid of it, right? So they got rid of that. They're building a brand new stadium in the middle of downtown for San Antonio Missions. Right, this ain't even a MLB team. This is like a AAA team. This is like, I think, the equivalent of like the Round Rock Express, like in the Austin area, right? So it's a decent, right? So it's big, but it's not. They're building a whole stadium for it.
MLB, but it's big. It's big. AAA ball, and these guys in AAA ball get big contracts. So now you're talking about big, huge, gigantic revenue that's coming to San Antonio.
And all these are different like sport things, right? And they've been
Right.
talking about, even in San Antonio, how we would get. They've been talking about, I think, for years, like the Raiders, right? Because I think the black and silver, like it kind of made
Yeah.
sense for them to
Yeah.
do that route. But when we think about Austin, how you said Austin FC, very new, successful, they're doing
Right.
their thing, but
Right.
that's that's about
How
it.
do you make that transition? Like you really don't, bro. Like what you're gonna have a burnt orange, Longhorn NFL team? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's what it's gonna be. Like the Longhorns are not just gonna allow anybody to just move in and take over their fan base. Like that's and then by it being IE football, it's gonna run concurrent with each other quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So
and when you think about that, comparing the two cities, right? Because again, Central Texas, right? The growth of everything. We have one here in San Antonio where there's a lot of politics to a lot of different things, but from what it seems like, they're extremely open to all these different type of sports domains,
very much
right?
so, because you got to build the attraction to San Antonio. Let's be honest. Like you want to come for the events when it comes to San Antonio because they're gonna do it big, right? So San Antonio gonna do it big. Like there's no in between of how that's gonna go. Now again, this college town over this way is more built around festivals, music, different types of avenues that has always been the steady revenue of the city. So if you're talking about growth and economy and all of that, they're not gonna transition correctly. It's not gonna transition the way people think. A pro team can. It can. I think a pro team, but you're gonna have to build it from scratch. The NFL is gonna have to do an open surgery, and they're gonna have to allow another team. But then, how many teams would that be in Texas? How many NFL teams does that make now?
Right.
You know what I mean? That puts us up to 4.
Expansion doesn't get talked about too much in those areas, especially when we talk about it would have to almost be from somewhere else, right? And you make a really good statement, and I think a lot of folks in Austin feel very the same way, is it would have to somehow mirror the culture of the Texas Longhorns.
I think that would be the best route because in my opinion, is that factual? Would it add up money wise? I don't fucking know. I just know that in my common sense of thinking and the little bit of knowledge I got, I'm gonna think about it in a sense of what would make sense.
Right.
What would be a transaction? What would UT be okay with? Because again, you're gonna have to get the head nod from UT because UT is just not gonna let just anything come in here,
right?
And they not have fucking hands on it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is their city, man. Like UT owns this fucking city, man. Like you go downtown, the biggest main attraction is not 6th Street. It's fucking UT.
That part, the whole campus area. The how they say the 40 acres or whatever. The
whole 40 plus acres of fucking UT. That fucking school is gigantic, man.
That's how we from Texas. We used to call that shit acres. Like it's not even in blocks. Like this is in acres up in the middle of an urban. And and when you think about it, like back in the day, back when I was a youngin', I remember the Austin Ice Bats. Right, they were a professional national hockey team, right? And I remember even back in the day when I was a kid, my dad would tell me about how the Cowboys would come and play games in Austin and like train in Austin and things of that nature.
That was the Cowboys training spot was at the practice field at UT. Mm-hmm. As a kid, my grandmother lived across the street from there, so I would sit on the front porch with some binoculars and watch them practice. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So like I got to see a lot of great players ball out. You know what I'm saying? And the easy access and how chill Austin was. Like Austin used to be a place like where, celebrities could walk around in the street and nobody fucking bother them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we just really truly don't give a fuck about who you are. We're all fucking superstars in our own mind anyway, because we're from fucking Austin.
ATX, yeah.
Because I'm from ATX, I feel like I'm just a fucking superstar as it is. Like, Austin, I don't know, the environment okay, like the old saying is like, I'm not from Texas, I'm from Austin.
That part.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
No,
So
honest.
that's one of those things where you understand the culture is so strong in Austin that for many years, many teams have tried to migrate to Austin, Texas. Once upon a time, Cowboys almost did too.
Mm-hmm.
Once upon a time, the Rams almost did. You know what I mean? Seattle Supersonics. The Supersonics were not supposed to go to Oklahoma. They were supposed to come here.
I remember hearing about that one. Yeah.
You feel me? Like so it's so many different avenues. Like the Rangers, the Texas Rangers, at one point, they were almost in Austin. So it's just like it was conversations about, it's always been conversations about putting a pro team here. I think it would be great for the city. I think it would be amazing for the city. Problem is, the big fucking problem. It's another big ass elephant in the room. San Antonio holds over 2 million people, right?
Yes, sir.
Austin definitely fucking does not.
That part.
We struggle with just trying to hold 1 million people. So imagine if we put a pro team here. You think we're going to stay small? Fuck no. Look at Tennessee. The Tennessee Titans. The Titans changed that relatively small city.
Right.
Oklahoma getting OKC. That basketball team, that changed that city. And that's a country. My apologies. That's a college city.
That part, yeah. I mean, the whole state. It was really just Sooners and Oklahoma State. And that was like,
That's it.
there was none
It's
outside of
all
that.
college. You know what I'm saying? It was all college. Like, and OKC gets there and it kind of changed the whole atmosphere of Oklahoma City
Mm-hmm.
in a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now you got these other little towns that become their own entities because you got this professional team that's representing the whole entire state. So we're not just getting another team if we add a pro team. Like, it just, for one, it might completely shift the balance of conferences. You know, and it might shift some of these teams that shouldn't be in the South Conference of the NFL. They shouldn't be in the South Conference. They'd probably be able to actually be in the conference they're supposed to be in if we add another team. So
like
it's
a whole Texas Bowl.
it damn near would be. And that would be the unfair advantage, is that every season we're going to have a Texas team in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
If we add a fourth team to this motherfucker, it's already three. It's already three. You got the Houston, you got Dallas.
Oh, man. That'd be the Super Bowl like a motherfucker. A Texas Super Bowl, Houston and like,
don't we have? Do we? No, that's it, right?
It's Houston and Dallas. And the thing is, there's some states like, you know, like in California, right? They got like the Chargers,
right, that's the
Raiders.
I was just going there. I was just going to say, like, you got Cali. Cali got a shitload of teams until they moved the Raiders to Vegas.
Even Florida got a decent number for the size of the state.
Florida as well. Florida got a number of teams. You know what I'm saying? But again, these are football states.
Right.
These are states that produce some of the highest amount of NFL players.
Yep. And yeah, and the politics too, right?
Politics is a bitch. So now you got all this other fucking shit that play into it, and we don't even want to dive that far down that rabbit hole. Fuck the politics.
You know, because I feel like but it's interesting though, because like the Oilers were in Houston, right? So then when they left, it was like Houston, there was already like a space there. So when the Texans came in, that kind of made sense, right? So, but you've always had the Cowboys.
Again, I feel like they should have brought back the Oilers. There was no reason to bring back, you know, these Texans and try to rebrand that way with a whole new brand, a whole new team.
Why do you think they did that?
Well, I think there was some kind of issue with the logo of the Oilers, hence why they don't produce any more of those hats or jerseys or whatnot. Like, you can still find some stuff floating around, but a lot of that stuff's not being made anymore. I think that dispute finally got settled at some point, but there was some kind of issue with the logo, I believe. And I don't know, man. In my opinion, they should have brought back the Oilers. I was a big fan of the Oilers as a kid. You know, shout out Warren Moon.
Yeah, real shit.
Big
Earl
fan of the Oilers.
Campbell. I mean, they
Yeah.
had they were a very successful football team. You know.
Yeah, they had big time playoff runs. They had a lot of good successful seasons. They had a lot of players, man. They had a lot of players come past through the Oilers, man. Like a lot of dogs coming through the Oilers. Like I don't know. I missed that time of football though. That time period of football was different. But
And you made it interesting, like the brand of the Oilers, right? And you think about the brand of the Oilers compared to the brand of like the Cowboys, and it's like both historic, legendary. And then you think about the brand of the Cowboys and the brand of the Texans. Texans are a bit newer, still fighting for that legacy. You know,
definitely
more
don't
so.
have-
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely don't have the legacy. They've had some pretty decent seasons. They've shook up the world a couple times.
Real shit.
I think JJ was the biggest acquisition they could have ever made.
Oh, he was dope. Oh, that dude was dope. Like it was like
Without him, that team folds.
honest. I mean, what they have now, they have a lot of potential. I give a big shout out to like D'Amico Rons, the head coach. He's pretty straight.
Oh man,
And CJ
D'Amico,
Stroud.
that saved this team.
Yeah, real
Another
shit.
player that was signed at the same time that Watts was signed. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like they signed a lot of names that carried them. D'Amico saved that franchise as well as Watts.
He made that
Like,
defense lobbed in a month.
That defense was ridiculous, man. They had a running back and that was it.
Like that's all we need.
Hey, they had Megatron at one point, right?
No, they
Was
had
that-
back in the day it was Andre Johnson. Back in the day it was Andre Johnson. But now they have DeAndre Hopkins, I think.
Yeah, nah, he's past his prime.
You know what I'm saying? And they have someone else, but yeah, it's
Yeah, he's a little up there now. Like
yeah, he
he's
is.
at that age where he really should retire.
Yeah.
Still balling, but it's probably gonna be time to hang it up pretty soon.
It's tough, man. What's his name just retired? Russell Wilson. He just retired. Like he's done.
Probably
you know.
about time.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm surprised
about
Aaron Rodgers is still going. That
I mean,
boy-
you get passed around so long, like it's pretty bad. Aaron Rodgers probably definitely needs to give it up. That arm does not look the same. I'm glad Tom Brady stepped away when he did too, because
honestly,
like
that was a
those
tasteful retirement. That was very graceful how he went out.
It was nice. It was way to go. 100% that a boy. Greatest of all time. I absolutely agree. I don't even like him.
No, I mean, after he did what he did with Tampa, it was just like there's no more debate. Like
there's no more argument.
there's no more debate. At first, it was like, oh, Deflate Gate, and
first,
oh, Bill
I had all
Belichick
the
is
arguments in the world. I was like, Bill Belichick made that guy. He always
yeah,
had the best.
the Popovich, right? Like he
Always-
made that, and
You know what
no,
I mean? like, and then I was like, wait a minute.
he went to one of the worst teams in the NFL at that time, and the only person he took with him was Gronk, a tight end. Can't even get mad talking about a tight end changed the whole franchise.
Definitely did. But the quarterback definitely did.
It was the wildest win and won a Super Bowl.
His work ethic is crazy. That man got over there and got to work, so it was nice. What else are we missing? I again, Austin can be a professional team city. It
You
can
know,
be.
But look at
will
what they've had,
you-
right? Like the Austin Ice Bats come and gone. You know, they have the
You
Red
gotta
Rock
understand,
Express.
The Ice Bats were around before you were even born, bro.
Yeah, honest. Like I have faint memories of them, like right before they
Like, I-
exited town.
And I remember them vividly. I've been to an Ice Bats game.
Really?
Yeah, bro. I used to have an Ice Bats puck.
That's badass. Well, hockey in Austin, right? Like what the fuck?
Facts, bro. Like, they enticed the shit out of me. I was just like, yo, that's crazy. That's like playing football with sticks.
I ain't got no ice down here. Like it just
Yeah.
trips me out, man. Like it's
nice.
the wildest. It's the
Great
wildest
sport.
thing. Yeah, no, they have the Stanley Cup going on right now, and I just think about
Yeah.
it, and it's like, yo, like Austin could have been right? If we would have gotten this
Facts. I
crazy
mean, we've
ass.
been in contention. We've been in contention for the Stanley Cup before. We've had to play in the playoffs before. Like hell, the Ice Bats. If I'm not correct, I correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I might be wrong, but I think they've either played for one or almost had the chance to go and play for one.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like Austin. So it's like if they phased out at some point, right? And we see like
No, I don't think that counts. I don't think that counts. I think that's because we had fucking hockey in the middle of Texas.
but they got a hockey team in Dallas,
That's how they
right?
phased out. But it's the Dallas Stars. Like the Dallas, they won a fucking cup. Like you can't argue with that. You know what I'm saying? Like can't argue with that logic. Like that's made sense for longer than me and you both been alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, but still, that's hockey in North Texas. It actually snows in North Texas.
That's a
It
good
does not
point.
snow in fucking Austin. Like
we get
I didn't even know we had an ice rink. We only had one ice rink when I was growing up as a kid. We only had one ice rink.
Yep.
Just one.
It was
North
beach at
Cross Mall.
North Cross. Yeah, North Cross Mall.
R.I.P. North Cross Mall.
That part.
That North Cross used to be the spot before Highland Mall. R.I.P. Highland Mall.
R.I.P. Shit, that part.
They got rid of everything that we grew up with in the city, dog. Like
They're getting rid of the middle schools. They're getting rid of Burnett, Webb, and Dobie. You know,
crazy.
and I told someone I work with, I was like, "Where these kids gonna go? We just don't got kids there no more. All of a sudden, there's a school.
Yeah, they'll go. I mean, we got other schools. They got 6 through K, and then they got other schools. They got other schools, but yeah, we got a lot of new schools going up. They're remodeling a lot of schools, so that might be the situation. But a lot of these schools have gotten redone. Like the school right next to me is getting redone. The school on Northeast Side has been redone. It's beautiful. That's a nice school.
I heard
We
a
got
lot of them being bought out by the UT system, turning into charter schools.
Yeah, fuck faces.
Talking
Yeah.
about the power of UT, right?
This is why I'm saying like UT. They bought my grandmother's old house across from the Frank Erlen Center, bro. Like, they turned it into a fucking sorority house. So like, bro, it's they own everything. They have their own chiropractic. They have their own fucking clinics. They have their own emergency rooms. They have everything.
Let me ask you this. Is there any other college in the United States that has this much influence on the city that they live in or town that they live in?
Absolutely. Oh my goodness, absolutely. Fuck yeah. USC, sit right in the fucking hood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got fucking Michigan, Wolverines, and Michigan State.
Ann Arbor.
Like, Ann Arbor. You know, like you got fucking
Was about Gainesville, right? Florida.
hell yeah, fucking Gators.
What's the other one? LSU over there in
killing Louisiana. Fucking goddamn Ohio State.
let's not forget about them, right? One of the biggest
Ohio
stadiums
State
in
damn
the
near run
country.
the country. Yeah.
Honest. Out there, way and it's crazy because when you talk about it and it's like a degree of influence, right?
Yeah,
and think about those same areas.
Oh, the biggest fuck. You're a demographical, geological, fucking peoples and numbers and percentages person. Fuck that. I'm human. We're fucking real people out here in this fucking world. And these motherfuckers, goddamn, think about this. You got these multi-billion, multi-trillion dollar companies. That's what these colleges are. Companies. And they are just now paying the athletes that they've made an obscene amount of money off of.
Talk
over
about it.
Many, many decades. They're just now paying them. Like, they're just now paying them, dude. They've ruined and created a lot of lives in this world. And they are just now paying their athletes.
And that was such a
That's
controversial thing when it came out. Like, oh,
it
we
is
shouldn't
so-
pay them. Like,
absolutely, you should. You should have been a long time ago. Like way, way, way before our era. Like easily 80, maybe 100 years ago. Like you should have been paying these players and athletes of your school, because imagine if you take away all athletics in all colleges across the nation. Take it away. Would they be able to run their states? Would they be able to have such influence? Would UT be stopping a pro team from coming to Austin? Fuck no. Every major city would have a pro team. If colleges were not as prolific as they are.
that's now, so those colleges
Yale,
we talked about.
let's talk
right?
about Ivy League. Let's talk about the ones. Let's talk about how much they run the world. You know what I mean? Like we got so many different avenues where colleges are really just they run shit.
But you make a great point, because it's like, think about those places, and now think about the pro teams in those places and how many of them actually have pro teams, right? Like,
Right.
I mean, think about it. I can't really see the correlation of it too much. Like, there might be a handful, like what, UCLA and the LA Rams, maybe, you know, and like the LA teams, I guess, you know, but that's like a huge city.
We don't have a Ohio team.
Right? You know, like what,
Right.
Cleveland Cavaliers, that's somewhere in Cleveland. Like, it's
That's a basketball team. I mean, a real Ohio NFL team.
almost any pro team. Like, there's not a lot when we look at the same.
Cleveland Cavaliers have been fucking. You know, you got Cleveland, you got the Cavaliers, you got the Browns. You know what I'm saying? Like oh yeah, the Browns.
Right, but but like, think about like the cities though, right? Like where Ohio State, the city, is at, and then like where Michigan University is at, and like there's not probably a lot. Like I think about Austin, right? And
Oh yeah, bro. Like no. Don't think about it like that. That's breaking it down to a smaller scale without looking at the full picture. Look at the state itself. Every state doesn't have a pro team
that's real.
for a reason. But every state does have a major college. Every state has a major college that makes an obscene amount of money.
That's a good point.
But not every state has a pro team. We should have 52.
Think about it. I mean, that's honest, because I mean, like think about it, because it's
We should have 52, 54 teams in the NFL.
If the argument is there isn't an economy, right? How so when we have a college team here
That's making money.
making good? I mean, the Arkansas Razorbacks,
Come on, man. Come on, man.
the Missouri Tigers.
But we don't have an Alabama team. We don't have an Alabama NFL team. But Alabama is probably one of the most prestigious football towns ever.
That part.
You know, Alabama produces probably the most players in the NFL of anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like Alabama, Ole Miss.
Yeah, Mississippi. Yeah, real shit.
You know what I'm saying? There is no Mississippi NFL team.
Mm-mm.
It's not the economy, man. It's the politics of, and this is why I say fuck politics right here, because politics fuck around and negate and gatekeep and you know, shortstop and cut everybody down at the knees. Like it's that's because you wanted to stay a certain kind of way to still be able to take advantage of the people. That's what they want. You bring in an NFL team, you know how many more jobs that is? That's anywhere from 500 to 5,000 new jobs.
From a different money source.
From a money source that the state cannot take from them. They are providing for the state. We got to understand the realness of the politics, and you can't control that state if you can't control the money. So yeah, you know what? We're going too far. They might show up. And people in them black suits might show up.
Why the tech industry fell in Austin, Big Mike?
Well, because
So, all fun and games. If we had a pro team in Austin, who would be the best fit? Would it be an NFL team? I always thought a Major League Baseball team would be pretty badass in Austin. Like, what do you think?
No.
Like, what you think?
I disagree. I think it would be an NFL team. You know, fucking ATX Spartans or some shit. Like a fucking Austin football team, NFL team, and not because I'm biased in any way. Because I'm actually a baseball fan. I probably love baseball more than I love football. Quiet as kept. And that's crazy because I, gave a lot of me to football, and I would think that it wouldn't work because Austin is quite oversaturated with baseball.
Mm.
We only got one source of fucking American football. That's it. Austin has no other team to cheer for except for UT.
Yep.
Ugh.
That's honest.
The Hooker Horns.
You got burnt orange. You got you got burnt orange everywhere. It's
everywhere, dude. Like, and it's so cold that they're so cold with it that you cannot purchase this burnt orange anywhere. You cannot use this color on your flyers. You cannot create a burnt orange shirt of your own. It will not be exactly the same as UT. It will be different.
Mm-hmm.
It will be different. You cannot find it. Google it. Try it. It's a UT color. That's theirs. They trademarked the color. They own the color.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The UT symbol. You can get sued using that. Like it's what they
don't
did
play about that shit. Yeah.
What they did do recently, and shout out to UT for this, and it's like spitting up a hairball. It's like fucking chewing jacks with no ball. It's like goddamn licking tacks. I'm trying to eat a Popeye's biscuit with no water. But they did a great thing, and they took a kid's drawing, his design of a t-shirt. So because his mom couldn't afford to buy him a UT t-shirt, he took the design, and his mom bought him an orange shirt. And again, this orange shirt did not match the original burnt orange, but it was close. It was more like a blood orange shirt. And he took it, and he took his marker, and he drew the UT symbol the way he wanted it, and put his own little longhorn on there. And it was the cutest, dopest thing I had ever seen. And UT did one of the coolest shits I've ever seen a college do. They took his design, and they created a real official UT shirt out of his design. Hopefully, they gave him all the credit and set him up with a nice bank account and let him and his family enjoy all the spoils from it. So hopefully, pray to God that they did that. If not, then, that sounds about like what UT does. If they didn't give that baby any cut, then most likely that's why I don't like UT. But shout out to them for giving that kid his wish and giving him his own shirt and out of his own design. And that's amazing. Shout out to UT for that. That's dope. I think that's one of the coolest things ever. It's like a Make-A-Wish times 100. You know what I'm saying? Pretty fucking cool.
That part, honest. No, yeah, honest, man. UT always done a lot with the community with regard to like the youngsters and stuff. I remember when I was out, you know what I'm saying? when I was out, when I was out in the in the hospital for a day, they had a whole program where they would go and visit like all the kids, and I busted up my leg, and they were like, "Oh, you gonna be riding?" I said, "Nah, I ain't gonna be on no bikes." But they showed up, and it wasn't it was like I forgot who all went there, but I remember one specifically. His name was David Thomas. He ended up being a tight end with the New England Patriots at some point. So they showed up, and that was kind of cool. And I mean, it's one of them things where it's like it's the influence and the degree.
It's let's just get to the point. It's the protection of the image. They have to do whatever they need to do for public relations, and to make sure that the people view them as fucking superheroes, and they're doing their jobs, and they're going to go visit the sick kids at the unfortunate community hospitals that are really ran like shit. Let's talk about it.
Oh yeah, it don't exist no more. That was at Brackenridge.
It's New Brack is just across the street. That's New Bracken. That's New Brackenridge. They can call it Seton all they want.
What?
It's New Brack. That's what we've been calling it since they made it. It was New Brack. Even when you pull up in an Uber, they'll be like, "Oh, you going to the New Brack?" Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what it is. It's still a community hospital. It's still the same thing. It's just Brackenridge moved across the street. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy as fuck, and it's still the same. You know, rather relatively shitty treatment. You know that now they will save a life. You'll look up and come across a really great doctor in there. Shout out to the great doctors out there that continue to do their job because they love it and not because they get paid handsomely for it. So shout out to those guys and ladies and of all colors and creeds that are now becoming doctors. It's insane. Beautiful to go in there to see so much colorfulness in your medical field. And doctors that actually care, truly, and nurses that are really great bedside manner and they know how to take care of you and save your life. That's we have those. Don't get it twisted. But we got to step up our community ability to take care of people that are a little less fortunate. Because, hey, shout out UT for being really awesome and going to go, you know, sit with sick kids and great stuff like that.
That
but
part.
if you have Medicaid, you can't go to a UT emergency room.
That part.
So, you know, politics are a bitch. And this is why I don't like them. Because it's still a good old boy nation.
And just the fact that it's one of the most prestigious, you know, well-funded, just super track record schools in the globe, right? Like global, they always tout it. We're the global kind of whatever. And then you look at the city itself and only one portion of it is doing relatively all right. And everybody else is struggling to make it. Schools are closing left and right. And it's not like, oh, this is a university or, oh, this is something that we're trying to build up. Like, no, y'all been had this for over 100 years. And you watched your community fall apart around you, all because you're used to getting this migration flow of all these smart people from all around the world.
Even more. Go a little deeper.
You know what I'm
UT
saying?
has some of the oldest, shittiest, most rundown architecture. And fucking their dorm rooms are insanely not fitting. You know what I mean? Like for them to make so much money and charge you so much for your tuition in just 1 year versus trying to take 2 years or 4 years or trying to get a doctorate or a master's, like you're gonna spend damn near $500,000 on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we're where and why are these guys spending so much? These people are spending so much money to go to college at a place that looked like shit and is ran like shit. The maintenance on the place is horrible. It's falling apart. It's a very old building. All of their buildings. Let's plural that.
All 40 acres.
You know what I'm saying? It's very old. You know what I mean? And which is great when you have great architecture, because some of this architecture is really nice. It's old and primitive and not done that way anymore. But to update some of this shit, they do have some really nice updated facilities. Now, we also have facilities that are not a part of the 40 acres that is UT property. And they are scattered all over the city. Again, why is it that we have these prestigious colleges and the city crumbles around them? Stay tuned. Big facts. Boy, Big Mike to Big 1G, BTP the Realist, and we out.
BIGG FACCZ.